Have you ever set an early alarm with big goals in your head? And then convinced yourself 5 more minutes won't hurt. 5 minutes turn into an hour. An hour turns into another ordinary day. And slowly, ordinary becomes permanent. This is the story of Daniel Brooks. Daniel was 29 years old, living in Columbus, Ohio. He worked the late shift at a grocery distribution center, loading trucks from 7 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. The job paid the bills, barely. He lived in a small studio apartment above a laundromat. The walls were thin. The heater rattled in winter. His mattress was on the floor because he couldn't afford a bed frame. But what bothered him most wasn't the money. It was the feeling of standing still. Every morning as he clocked out, he'd see people starting their day. Joggers, business professionals grabbing coffee, students rushing to class. He'd think, when does my real life begin? Daniel had dropped out of community college years ago. He tried applying for better jobs, but without skills or a degree. The emails all sounded the same. Thank you for your interest. Unfortunately, then one night something small happened. His younger sister called him. She had just gotten accepted into nursing school. I'm scared, she admitted, but I don't want to stay stuck. That word stuck with him. Stuck. The next morning he got home at 5:45 a.m. Instead of collapsing into bed, he sat on the edge of his mattress. The clock read 4:58 a.m. He had adjusted his schedule earlier that week. He had set an alarm for 5 a.m. for weeks and snoozed it every time. But this time he didn't go to sleep. He opened his old laptop. He searched. Best skills to learn without a degree. That morning, he watched free lessons on data analytics. He didn't understand most of it, but he stayed awake. The next day he did it again. From 5 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. before sleeping he studied. Not perfectly, not confidently, but consistently. The first 2 weeks were brutal. His body ached. His eyes burned. He almost quit. But he made one rule. No 0 days. Even if it was 20 minutes, he showed up. After a month, he understood spreadsheets. After 3 months, he built small data dashboards. After 6 months, he completed an online certification. One evening at work, he noticed how inefficient their shipment tracking system was. Instead of complaining, he built a simple tracking model and showed it to his supervisor. 2 weeks later, he was invited to help the operations manager improve reporting. 3 months after that, he was offered a junior analyst position. It wasn't glamorous, but it was double his old salary. Day shift, benefits, growth. 2 years later, Daniel wasn't rich, but he wasn't stuck. He had a real apartment, a desk, a bed frame, and confidence. And he still wakes up early, not because successful people wake up early, but because that's when he proves to himself he's in control. So here's the real question. Tomorrow morning when your alarm rings, are you building your future or negotiating with your comfort? Your breakthrough doesn't need perfect timing. It needs one decision. Maybe yours is at 5 a.m., maybe it's tonight. But don't wait for motivation. Start before you feel ready.